Several factors have been helping cattle and hog producers get a little more for their products in recent months. Increases in the amount and value of meat exported to other countries have been part of the equation pushing prices higher. U.S. exports of pork in March were up less than 0.1% over a year ago at 260,430 metric tons, and the product was worth 2% more at $740 million. According to recently released USDA data compiled by the United States Meat Export Federation, an agency funded in part by checkoff dollars, Mexico continues to be the #1 market for U.S. pork. Despite its #1 status, total tonnage was off more than 10%, and the value of the product dropped about as much to $178 million. However, first quarter sales are up nearly 5%, and revenues are just over 6% higher. Pork exports to the rest of the world were mixed. Shipments to Australia, New Zealand, and other points in the South Pacific skyrocketed by 150%. Exports to Japan and the Philippines trended slightly lower. Sales to China, the #1 buyer of U.S. pork variety meats, fell by 4% in volume and more than 15% in value to $195 million. Analysts at the National Pork Board, which also receives checkoff dollars, feel that exports will be key to making a profit going forward, but they don't expect China demand to be a factor. Further, they believe U.S. exporters are facing economic headwinds in some Central American and Asian markets due to increased competition from Brazil. First quarter beef exports to Canada, America's #1 trading partner, dipped slightly from a year ago, while export value was nearly 20% higher at $194 million. Year-over-year exports to China, America's #3 trading partner, also trended lower in March, falling nearly 15% in volume and by more than 10% in dollar value to $168.1 million. March beef export volume to Mexico fell 5% below the year-ago level, but the export value increased by nearly as much. Economic analysts at USMEF say it's a challenging situation in terms of supply availability, but the value that U.S. beef commands internationally is encouraging. For Market to Market, I'm David Miller.